So guys, today I'll be doing a review on the Condor Bushcraft Basic 4-inch, and once again I'm using the tripod, so I can finally use two hands on this one. But anyways, so this knife I've had for ever since June of last year, 2013. So I've put a lot of use, and I'm sure you can see all that use on there. I've really batoned the heck out of this knife. Oops. Just dropped in the snow. Yay. Okay, that just made this review more interesting. Anyways, so if you can ignore now that it's all wet, I can't believe I just did that, but anyways, I've had this since last June, and so I've been using it a lot, batoned it a lot, and just really tried to see what this knife was made out of. You know, I mean, I know what's made out of, but to see how durable it is and everything. And I will say this knife is rather impressive as far as what it can do, and it may be named the Bushcraft Basic, but this can do a lot of awesome bushcrafting stuff that I wasn't really expecting it to be able to do. And so this knife is fairly uncommon. I know Condor tool and knife is mainly known for their bush lore, but the reason why I chose this one over the bush lore is not only is there already a lot of videos out there for the bush lore, but it has this protruding belly, or a belly that sticks out more than it sweeps up. And I really like that in carving, because when you're carving spoons or you need to get in and dig into your material, it really helps having this belly, because this belly will contact before the rest of your blade will contact. And something like this, without carving on myself too much. So that is the main reason why I chose this over the bush lore, is because the bush lore has a pretty good belly on it, but it tends to sweep up a little bit more, and it doesn't tend to stick out quite as much, which is better for skinning, but like I said, in carving, it's not as great. So overall, as far as carving with this belly, I already knew it was going to be good, and it makes really nice spoons. Not to say that's all I've ever made with this. I have made a full bow drill kit, finding the bow, making the fireboard, the spindle, everything with this, obviously other than the bearing block. But other than that, it can make full bow drill sets and spoons, just everything generally that you'd need to make in bushcraft. And it's only a $25 knife that performs really well. As far as specifications go, obviously, as the name implies, it is a 4-inch. This Bushcraft Basic, there's three. There's a 2-inch, a 5-inch, and a 4-inch. This is the 4-inch model. And so other than that, it's an 1/8 of an inch thick. I'm not really sure actually how long the handle is. I believe it's 4 inches or 4 1/4 inches, around that overall length, or around that length on the handle rather. As you can see, it's secured with 3 brass pins. Handle hasn't loosened up or anything. It is just a hardwood handle. Performs nicely, gives adequate traction. Obviously it's wood, so there's no real grip to it. Obviously when it's wet, it'll be pretty slick, but when it's dry, and you guys just saw how fast that did dry out, so it dries out pretty quick. The whole knife now is dry, ironically, but other than that, it's a Scandinavian ground knife, as you can see. The only complaint with the Scandinavian grind on this knife is there's just a little bit too much meat at the very fine edge here. So I just took sharpener and just knocked some of that meat off this edge. Once I did that, it was really sharp. It still is really sharp, and it has a slight micro bevel on it. Maybe hard to see, I'm not exactly sure. Once again, this is the same day that I posted my other video with the chaga, so once again, looking through the viewfinder doesn't help that much. But all of that said, I think this is a really nice knife for beginner bushcrafters or people that just want a solid neck knife. That's how I've been running this ever since I got it. This is the sheath I just dropped in the snow as well. But as most people know, Condor, they're known for making their excellent sheaths. These things are really thick leather. They just are superb sheaths. I run it on 550 cord. I've ran this Paracord ever since I got it. That's how I've been running this knife, always as a neck knife, and it's performed well. Some people think this knife's a little bit heavy. This one and the Bushlore are a little bit heavy for neck knives. I don't really think so. Obviously, I've ran it like that ever since I got it, so can't be too heavy. But I think it's an excellent neck knife, or like I said, a excellent knife for a beginner bushcrafter that just doesn't want to shell out over $100 for their knives. Anyways, that's my review on the Condor Bushcraft Basic 4-inch. I'm out.